It's a distinctly autumnal day here at St. Francis High School in the Schott Family Team Center, and the Archbishop Mitty Monarchs and the St. Francis Lancers are just about ready to give it a go. St. Francis does have an undefeated record so far. They are 18-0 in this season. And they also have an advantage in one other way, in that they tend to play longer matches. So that may end up being an advantage. The endurance factor may be important here this evening. St. Francis is coming off of a victory off of Valley Christian last Wednesday. As for Sacred Heart, they do tend to win in straight sets more often than the Lancers, but they have also racked up 4 losses so far this season. You can hear there's a lot of noise in the building tonight. We're just about ready to get started here. I'll let you know about more things as we go on. Tipped, controlled by the Monarchs and pushed over. Good dig there. And that one, and that's how this game gets started. As Maya Baker, number 1 there, was in on the kill. Maya serving right now. And that one just out of the reach of Audrey Little, the outside hitter. Audrey's one you'll want to watch if you're a Monarchs fan or if you're just watching in general, because she leads this team in digs per set, total digs, serve receptions, blocks, aces, kills, just about everything you can think of. And there's another one that goes down for Mitty, off the hand of Isabella Romero, number 20. Isabella's a sophomore. So far advantage Mitty, but no big runs so far for either side. Good block there. And that one is off the hands of Caitlin Cook, number 7. As far as St. Francis goes, you're going to want to watch number 5, Whitney Wallace. She leads the team in digs per set and total digs and receptions, and that's about it. And we're going to see what else record she can set tonight. Dug out there by the Lancers. High set, and that one just out of reach. That was Faith Crouch making a good attempt at that one. And nicely down there. Polished off there by Aaron Curtis, the defensive specialist. Aaron's a junior. And we got a 3-3 match early on. Taylor Williams, the 6'1" junior, now serving. Taylor is tied for being the tallest on the Lancers at 6'1". Cross court, and is that gonna go? No. So Mitty gets the advantage of that one. Great attempt there if you are good at geometry. And sometimes in the heat of the moment, that's not easy to do. Isabella Romero will now serve for the Monarchs. Dug out, short, and Mitty keeps it alive. Great blocking attempt there. And they made the feint. And thanks to Havana Huft, who's got the best hitting percentage of anybody on this squad, the Lancers tie it up again at 4. That's Whitney Wallace. I was talking about her earlier. She's got 27 aces to her credit. Dug out. Volleyed over. Set close. And that one's just going to be a little bit too close. As Sammy Franco trying to play off the net and realized where she was and couldn't quite get that back up. So it's 5-4 Mitty. There's Audrey Little serving for you right now. Just over the net. Back set. Good dig attempt. And Caitlin Cook trying to keep it alive, wasn't successful. So far, pretty even match on both sides with these young ladies. That's Sammy Franco, who is the other 6'1" player on this Lancer squad. Good dig there by Mitty. Oh, and that one's just off the hand. Very fast attempt there. And that was Sasha Tuma, the 6-foot middle blocker, who is new to the varsity this year. 6'5" Mitty. And Mitty's not going to be able to control that one. And 6-6. And so it continues to be a duel of ball handlers. And that's Erin Curtis, defensive specialist. With a 91.9 serving. And she'll get credit for piloting that one. And the Lancers have a 1-point lead again. You won't be seeing her making kills right away, I don't think, but she has 430 kills to her credit, Erin Curtis does. Good block there. And an attempt there. And Erin Curtis couldn't get her hands under it, and that falls, and Mitty's tied this up again. Maya Baker, the sophomore setter. Don't have a lot of numbers for Maya yet. Good serve there. Blocked. St. Francis keeps it alive. Back over. Controlled by Mitty. Short set and good dig there by the libero. Deflected. Another short set. Good second effort, and that one's going to be an underhand. That was Sandy Thomas there, the middle blocker senior, number 2. Who went after that one. And the Lancers have a 1-point lead again. Sasha Tuma now. And that one kept in play. And that one is going to end up over by our cameras there. And the Lancers have a 2-point lead for what I think is the first time in this evening's contest. Sasha is also a varsity basketball player. She is 6 feet tall, so that makes sense. Volleyed over. Short set, but it worked out well. These girls have their timing down just beautifully. And that one. I think Maya, number 1 there, was trying to defend her face more than hit the ball. And Mitty wants a timeout. So we'll step away while they sort things out. It's 10-7 Lancers in the early going. We're back here at St. Francis High School, where the Lancers, after a series of back and forth rallies with neither team getting a clear advantage, now the Lancers have a 3-point margin. But as anyone who has followed this sport and the West Catholic Athletic League will tell you, that is not much of a lead against the Mitty Monarchs. Tuna with the serve. High set, that's a little unusual, and that's blocked out of bounds. And Mitty's going to get the advantage of that one. You'll notice as we go on that a lot of these sets are very short. They're not allowing the opposing hitters a whole lot of time. So there's a lot of practice that has gone into that. So that one's into the rafters, and it's kept alive, and that's going to be called as a double hit. So Mitty pulling back to within 1 now. Tipped, and they weren't able to recover, and St. Francis will get the ball again. A minute ago, we were looking at Isabella Romero, an opposing hitter. She's a sophomore. We'll be hearing a lot from her in the months and the years to come. Ooh, a little bit of a miscommunication there, but Mitty does keep it alive, and it's blocked. Mitty has to save it a second time, and they do knock it back over. High set and a high jump, and Mitty's able to defend it. Back set. Valiant effort there by Aaron Curtis, not quite enough. There's Isabella Romero, number 20. And your server was Demi Harris there. Volleyed back over. Long high set, and St. Francis pushes it back over and comes away with the point. Quick thinking there. Good attempt by Hannah McGuire, not enough. So it's 12-10 here in the first set. It's Taylor Williams. Taylor had 15 kills against St. Ignatius back on September 22nd. Came in with 19 aces. That won't be one. Oh, that might have been called a double hit, but the referee gets away with it. And that's dug out. Good defense by the Lancers. There's that short set I was talking to you about. Good dig. Ooh, tipped. Mitty keeps it back. Tipped again and blocked successfully by the Lancers. That one almost hit the rafters. And St. Francis has it again, and it's blocked out of bounds. And the Lancers get the point. That was Audrey Little, number 14. There's Audrey. She is a 6-foot senior. It's her second year on the varsity. And she has 258 kills. And that's the most on this Mitty Monarchs team. 13-10 Lancers. Blocked again, and the Lancers showing their defensive prowess. Erin Curtis. I don't have a height on her, but it certainly seems like she's over 6 feet tall. Taylor Williams serving again. This is about a 3-point run, and that one slammed home with authority by Audrey Little. And the Monarchs are back in it. And another one, well done by Audrey Little. Rihanna Pampati was serving there. She'll continue to serve. Number 10, also a senior, middle blocker. This is her second year on the varsity. Has 1 ace to her credit. She's probably going to be looking to get another one down sometime tonight. Good dig there. Back set, blocked and blocked out of bounds. Or will it go? No, it looks like it's going to be counted in favor of the Lancers. No, it is going to go to Mitty. So Mitty now with a chance to tie it up in this next rally. There's a jump serve. the libero trying to get that one. And Mitty has tied it up. And St. Francis wants to talk about it, and I can't say I blame them. All right, we'll step aside. It's 14-14 first set. We got a lot more volleyball to go. Don't go away. Back here at St. Francis High School, as you can see the Lancer coach talking to his players, probably instructing them not to let this game get too far out of hand, because they certainly can't be happy with all that they've seen so far. At least not in the last couple rallies. I started to tell you at the top of the program, St. Francis came off with a straight set victory on the 28th against Valley Christian. Mitty defeated Sacred Heart also in straight sets on the same day. That would be the 28th. And Mitty has pulled ahead off of an unforced error there. I think that may have been Taylor Williams. Well done. As Aaron Curtis saw a spot and took it, and no chance at all for Mitty to recover from that. So we got a 15-15 tie. And Whitney Wallace serving now. Ooh, good push there. And that time, Aaron was having none of it. Aaron, who just got the kill on that slat attempt, had 430 kills as a Lancer. She had 16 of them against St. Ignatius back on the 22nd. So here's Wallace. Blocked, and Mitty's going to get the benefit of that one, and they've tied it again. So far, an extremely close match between these two teams, both of them with winning records. Of course, the Lancers haven't lost one yet. That's Audrey Little, who did the serve, and once again, Aaron Curtis bringing the Lancers ahead one more time. And now Sammy Franco, the 6'1" outside hitter, with a jump serve. And that one dug, and they did manage to get it net court. Lucky. And is that one going to fall? Yes, it is. Aaron Curtis yet again. And Aaron has really been carrying the Lancers in terms of scoring in the last two series. Franco with the serve. Short and pushed over, and Aaron made that look easy. And the Lancers have a 3-point lead, and Mitty's had enough. So while these two groups of young ladies try to work it out, we'll step aside. It's 19-16 Lancers. Don't go away. We're back here at St. Francis High School as the Lancers once again have pulled into a 3-point lead over the Mitty Monarchs. And Sammy Franco has been at the wheel for the last 4 or 5 rallies. And Sammy adding another to her ace total. That brings her up to 34. That's the first ace we've seen in this contest. Franco with the serve, and that one's a little too low. So Mitty's got a little bit of catching up to do. Coming into the game right now is Jillian Pasquale. She is a junior. Don't have any numbers on her. So let's see what she can do. Cross court, good dig, but had to run for a follow. Good push. And again, and dug out there beautifully. Pushed. Mitty reacting superbly. And the kill attempt. Too hard for Taylor Williams there. So now it's down to 2. So Jillian Pasquale continuing to serve now for the Monarchs. Great posture. Blocked. Careful, and they did. And I think there was a little bit of suspense there about where that ball was going to land. Fooled your commentator. Audrey Little not able to handle the kill attempt. So the Lancers have control of it again, leading by 3, 21-18, as they're closing in on a victory in this first set. It was Aaron Curtis who served. And the Lancers get another one. Aaron's got a 91.9 serving percentage, so you know she knows what she's doing. Short serve, and I think Sandy Thomas wasn't prepared for that one, as it looked like the timing was good, and I don't think Sandy's timing was all it could have been on that one. Set. And that one hits Jamison Martin right in the chest. Jamison's a 5'6" sophomore. She's new to the varsity. Tried to dig that one out, and it just came too fast. Now Mitty. Again, short serve blocked. Short set, I should say. Tipped, controlled by Mitty. Tipped, and good dig there. And now Mitty has to improvise. Pushed over. Pushed again. St. Francis says 2 can play at that game. And that one off the hand of Jamison Martin. There were 2 where I'm pretty sure Jamison would like to have those back. So it's a 23-20 game now. Maya Baker serving for the Monarchs and had to run in to get that one. Pushed. Killed and tipped. Kept alive by Mitty. Back over. Dug out. Superb defense by both these teams. Tipped over. St. Francis able to handle it. And Romero trying to keep it alive one more time. Couldn't quite do it. We've got ourselves a set point for the Lancers. And number 12, Sasha Tuma, the basketball player and volleyball player. Back set, and Mitty refusing to go quietly. That's Caitlin Cook who's serving now. Again, short, handled. Again, dug out. Good job there by Jamison Martin. Kept alive. Knocked over, and it goes into the backcourt, and the Lancers take the first set. After a set that's as back and forth as one as I've seen in a very, very long time. And there is a happy-looking young lady, Whitney Wallace. She and her team are up by 1 set. We'll be right back for set number 2. Back here at St. Francis High School, where the Lancers have taken the first set in a very hotly contested series of rallies. If there was a deciding factor, it was Erin Curtis, number 6 on the Lancers, who not only came away with numerous kills, but her ball placement was absolutely fantastic. She was able to pick the weak spots, particularly in the backcourt of the Mitty defense, and lifted the Lancers as much as anything. far as Mitty, we saw a fair number of young ladies who didn't have a whole lot of statistics to their names coming in, but who are trying to make a name for themselves, and so far it's been a pretty impressive audition. The Monarchs just need to be a little bit more consistent in holding off the kill attempt of the Lancers. So we'll see how things end up in the second set. Just waiting for the ball to get started here. Very noisy crowd here tonight, and pretty good for Tuesday night in the fall. As the semester goes on and schools that are on the quarter system are closing in on the end of their first quarter, so that means a lot of these young people are going to be going home, doing homework, finishing up projects, and maybe studying for SATs and other things that go along with being that age. And Sasha Tuma, who was at the wheel when the Lancers captured that first set, now leads them in as the second set begins. Martin with the dig. Volley back over. Back set. Good dig there by Jameson Martin. Another back set pushed, net court. And that one came a little bit too low for Sasha. And Mitty gets started in the second set, taking the advantage. Caitlin Cook stepping up to serve. Caitlin's got 6 aces and an 83.3% serving percentage. That one won't help. And the Lancers will get it back again. There's Havana Huft. She's a 5'9" senior. And that one looks like it's going to fall, and that might have been a closed fist or a hitting violation. So Mitty coming up on the long end of that one. That is Demi Harris. Net court, and that one's going to go for an ace. And that is Demi's 24th. Demi's a 5'8" senior. It's the second year on the varsity for her. 24 aces to her credit. Good feint there. Tipped over. Long pass, and that one blocked with not a whole lot of follow-up behind it. That was Riona Pampati and Audrey Little who tried to block that one out without a lot of success. And Taylor Williams serving now. That one's so tough to control as it's headed in a straight line right toward the net, and there's not much you can do except just scoop it and hope you get the better of it. We're in a 3-3 tie. Pushed over. Short pass, and it works out beautifully, and the Lancers do get the point. Faith Crouch. With another kill. Faith had 5 kills against St. Ignatius back on September 14th, so she keeps racking them up. Taylor Williams. Blocked and out of bounds. And Mitty will get the benefit of that one, I think. looks that way. So Mitty now, Nicolo Ma, the sophomore libero. Not a whole lot of numbers for her, but it is her second year on the varsity. And that one's a little bit too hard. So Mitty now having pulled into a 1-point lead against the Lancers. More unforced errors in this set so far than we saw in the first, so we'll see if that continues. Pushed, and that falls for the Lancers, and that Caitlin Cook making a valiant attempt at it. Not quite enough. Whitney Wallace, the 5'8" junior. Short set, short pass. And Taylor Williams just said, how could I have watched that go by? And Mitty has it again. Audrey Little, who I've talked about quite a bit tonight. 92.6% serving percentage. And that one would have been beautiful if it hadn't been out of bounds. And so the Lancers draw back even again. And your server is Sammy Franco, and there she goes. Set. And that is a textbook kill by Caitlin Cook. Brings it up to, I think, 56 for Caitlin. Jillian Pasquale, whom we saw a little bit at the end of the first set, now comes in for the Monarchs. And Audrey maybe caught a little unawares on that, just tried to get some sort of touch on it, wasn't able to do so. And there's going to be some substitutions. I'll catch you up on those when I have a chance. Erin Curtis, who's done so much for the Lancers so far tonight in terms of kills, and that one's not going to help. So a low serve, and Mitty draws to within one once again. Maya Baker, the sophomore setter. Good dig. And that one had a ticket out of town. And Audrey Little putting her hands on that one and sort of handed a point to the Lancers. And so we've got a tie game again. Sasha Tuma with the serving again. Oh. And that was a long, long run that Maya Baker had to make. May have been a bit of miscommunication there on the part of the Monarchs, because now they find themselves down a point. And that one, too long. So a couple of serving errors have allowed the Monarchs to stay in this. The Lancers would like to have those back. Caitlin Cook is your server. Net cord there. Dug out, and Caitlin trying to dig it, and best she could do was just watch it go out. So not an entirely satisfying set for the Monarchs so far. But they are within 1 point. Pushed over. And good block there. And that's Sandy Thomas, the senior middle blocker, number 2. That brought the Monarchs into a tie with the Lancers one more time. And there's Demi Harris. 90% serving percentage. Again, textbook. As Aaron, no, I beg your pardon, that was Sammy Franco that got that one, number 8. Sammy had 7 kills against St. Ignatius back on the 14th. And that one's not going to help. Taylor Williams with the serving attempt there. And the Monarchs stay in it. Now Nicole Ma. This is only the 2nd set she's appeared in her career at Mitty. Pushed over, and Mitty does keep it alive. Excellent attempt there by Romero. They do keep it in. Not quite as much English on that kill attempt. Blocked, kept in play by the Lancers. Blocked again. Mitty gets the point on that one because the dig went over the net and out of bounds. And Mitty has the lead here for the first time in this 2nd set. Nicole Ma continuing to serve. Dug out again. Blocked. We've had a lot of blocking. Successful in that one. Net cord. And the Lancers did keep it alive and then tipped over. Opportunistically by Audrey Little. And now the Mitty Monarchs have a 2-point lead. And Ma continuing to serve, now on a little bit of a run. Low serve that may have been a net cord. Tipped, rescued there, now controlled, tipped again. Ooh, a joust. And the Lancers came away with that one. Very impressive defense on both sides there. And so St. Francis down by 1, but with the serve. And that's Whitney Wallace. And that one just too hard off the hands. And so Mitty reestablishing themselves with a 2-point lead that they've been able to sustain for a little while. And Jillian Pasquale taking over serving now. And that one done with authority. As Sasha Tuma with kill number 50. And the Lancers still playing catch up, but a lot of momentum. Here in the girls from Mountain View, and that one just too low by Sammy Franco. And Mitty reestablishing the 2-point lead, and a lot of that has been on unforced errors by the Lancers. Not a huge lead by any means, but still one that they've been able to create and then recreate 2 or 3 times in this set. Now, a little bit of a conversation going on. And now a meeting called. Now it looks like we're going to have a substitution, maybe. Sandy Thomas looks like she wants to come off. So easy to lose track of the serving order in games like this, where the competition is so intense and where so many things are happening so quickly. So the coaches can't really be blamed. The Mitty coaching staff having a word with one of the referees, but they're going to sort it out because they always do. Now we have a substitution, and that's Jillian Pasquale coming in to serve again. seeing if Mitty can build on that 2-point lead that they've had and lost and had and lost and now have again. Conversation still going on. Now it looks like we might be ready. So you folks at home, hopefully you had a chance to slip out and get a Coke or something. And we're back to some high school volleyball. Back set, tipped over, controlled. Sandy Thomas blocked. St. Francis does keep it alive, and good counting of the hits there. Blocked, controlled. Good improvisation, and the referee sees something that she doesn't like. And Mitty having a 3-point lead now, which I believe is the biggest they've had. Jillian Pasquale continuing to serve. Very impressive play by the Monarchs in this second set. And now, there's Jillian. She's anxious to get this contest back and going. And here we go. Interesting formation here by the Lancers. Served. Tipped. The Lancers respond well. Dug out. And pushed, and the Lancers are going to get the benefit of that one, so they pulled it within 2. And that may have been an unforced error on Mitty. Aaron Curtis serving now for the Lancers. Tipped, and that one is going to fall out of bounds, and so Mitty reestablishing that 3-point lead. The Lancers don't have an answer for it yet. We'll see what happens. It's Maya Baker. And that one swatted just a little bit too hard and not diagonal enough. And now the Lancers want a timeout. So we'll step aside as Mitty sitting on a 4-point lead. We'll see what they can do with it when we come back. Back here at St. Francis High School, as the crowd has gone a bit more quiet in this second set, as they're seeing their Lancers down by 4 points against Archbishop Mitty. Some of the Lancer fans trying to get them back into it. Maya Baker, the sophomore setter, is continuing to serve. Before that, we had Jillian Pasquale. Players that don't have a lot of statistics, as I said earlier, but after tonight, they'll have made their mark, and I hope someone is keeping track, because they've got a great future ahead of them, both of them. Ooh, tipped over. And that one slammed home as Taylor Williams decided she'd had enough of that. Taylor with 242 kills coming into the contest tonight. She's added to that since then. That's Sasha Tuma. And that one, Mitty able to keep it alive? No, too many hits. And that was a afraid of that. My view is obscured, but I couldn't imagine that it wasn't too many hits there by the Monarchs, and it's 18-16. And now Mitty wants to take a timeout. So I'll give ourselves a breather while they sort it out. It's a 2-point lead for the Monarchs. Don't go away. Back here at St. Francis High School, as the Lancers have pulled to within 2, we'll see if they'll be able to overcome a lead that Mitty has had for quite some time in this second set. And Sasha Tuma, first year on the varsity, is serving for the Lancers. Tipped and out of bounds, and Mitty reestablishing the 3-point lead. So the Monarchs holding on to a lead. Caitlin Cook, your server. Long pass. Good dig there and pushed over. Good job there by Harris. Back set, again dug out well. Tipped, kept alive. Pushed, dig, not well direction there, but St. Francis able to get the point as Demi Harris stretching and not quite able to dig it out again. And we're back to a 2-point deficit. And Havana Huft. Tipped and no one there to follow it up. As Maya Baker having a stretch to that one, and the Lancers have come to within 1 point after being down for a good portion of this second set. There's Huft. Kill attempt, and the libero try to get under it, and just no place to go. And St. Francis still unable to completely catch up. Demi Harris, the libero, now serving. That one had a ticket out of town, but went off of Demi Harris's hands. And the Lancers are within 1 again. And here's Taylor Williams for the serve. Blocked. Mitty slowing it down there, but not enough for the St. Francis defense, and they've tied this game at 20 in the latter stages of this second set. Net cord. St. Francis controls, and Maya Baker not able to hold on to that one. And the St. Francis Lancers have the lead again, and Mitty says, hang on, let's check this out. So while they're checking it out, we'll step away. It's 21-20 Lancers. We'll be back. Back here at St. Francis High School, and the Lancers muscling their way into a 1-point lead after a lead for the Monarchs that took quite some time. Never more than 3 points, but I think there was a little bit of doubt forming in the minds of some of these fans. But now St. Francis has the serve and the lead, and it's Taylor Williams, number 2. Blocked, but still in play, and Whitney Wallace going up to her teammate and saying, no, let it go, let it go, let it go. And Erin Curtis wise to listen. And the Lancers now have a 2-point lead as they're closing in on a victory in the second set. And that one just short. And so Mitty able to hang around. 1-point deficit. And your server is Nicole Ma, who had a nice run for serving not long ago. See what she can do with it now. And that one, oh, almost a slam dunk. The Lancers able to keep it alive. Again. Tipped. Mitty controls. Blocked again, but Mitty recovers. Smacked in. Again, Mitty was able to handle it, but that time not enough, as the rafters did the Lancers a favor. And as we went to the break, we heard some of the guys in the balcony saying, this is our house, and this house, certainly no stranger to victory. And that one edged the Lancers just a little closer to one just now. Whitney Wallace serving. And that one, and Mitty answers right back with an aggressive kill there as they draw to within one. Audrey Little. There's Audrey. Tipped, and great attempt at digging it out. But it goes out of bounds, and we're in a set point situation again. As Sammy Franco trying to put this one away for the Lancers. And Mitty once again refusing to go quietly. Still a set point. But they've still got things to say here in the second set. Now Demi Harris. Libero, no, I beg your pardon. It's Jillian Pasquale. Jillian doesn't seem to be bothered by this hostile crowd in the least. Good for her. Now a little bit of a committee meeting going on with the Monarchs. Maybe they scuffed up this gym floor a little bit, I don't know. Or maybe there's sweat there. You do not want to take a face plant on a high school gym floor, I can tell you that much. Never mind how I know that, I just do. Jillian Pasquale. Short pass, and that one's going to go off the Monarchs, and St. Francis captures the second set. We're headed into set number 3 as the Lancers have a 2-0 advantage. Let's see what Mitty can do if they can stay in this contest. We'll be right back. Back here at St. Francis High School, as the Lancers have a 2-set lead over the Mitty Monarchs, but I think more notable about that was the effort that Mitty put in at the hands of some players that you haven't heard a lot of before. Maya Baker, number 1, a sophomore setter. She didn't have any statistics coming into this game. Sandy Thomas, the senior middle blocker. Not a whole lot of info on her. Jillian Pasquale, who did some great serving. Number 11, no statistics on her coming into this. Nicole Ma, who up until tonight had only played 1 set. getting a couple of key points for the Monarchs. So yes, a Lancer victory, and nothing to be taken away from the Lancers with that. But Mitty seeing tonight that they have some diamonds in the rough. And I'm sure their coaching staff will take note of that in the days ahead. One thing that was notable about the second set was that the Lancers, having been down by as many as 4 points, were able to battle back, although it was not done overnight. It took a lot of effort to come back from that. And Mitty will get the third set going. And that one is going to find the back corner, and that's how that third set gets started, as the Lancers get the first point. In the first 2 sets, Mitty scored first. Perhaps St. Francis smelling blood in the water, if you will. Sasha Tuma. Ooh. Thomas trying with a kill effort, didn't really get enough English on it, but that one much more successful. And that was Isabella Romero. There's Isabella, good job there, young lady. And Mitty takes over serving. Poked over. That was Caitlin Cook serving. And Romero with the kill attempt, but Mitty recovers. And that one was much more successful. And Audrey Little showing why she leads her team in so many categories. Pushed over beautifully, and Mitty realizing they're going to have to pull out all the stops if they don't want a shorter night tonight. Caitlin Cook continuing to serve. Mitty's got a 2-point lead now, 3-1. Pushed over and spat back and then slammed home. Just too much space, and you can't give Taylor Williams that kind of room if you want to stay in a contest. There's Havana Huft, who came into this game with 18 aces. Back set, blocked. Mitty recovers. Tipped again, and that one's going to go off a hand, out of bounds, and Mitty regaining a 2-point lead. One more time. There's Demi Harris, who had an ace in the second set for the Monarchs. Back set, and Demi, I think, did well just not to get her head taken off by that kill as the Lancers pull back to within 1. Taylor Williams coming off that kill in the last rally. Just over, but Mitty does handle it, and they knock it back. Now St. Francis controls. Close, blocked in, and successfully. As Mitty regaining it. Audrey Little, again, showing her stuff. Now Nicole Moss serving. Nicole usually is playing a libero. And that one too hard, and the Monarchs wisely watch that travel into their own bench and watch the scoreboard light up with a 3-point advantage. Nicole Ma again. Blocked. Close to the net and pushed over. Good reaction time there by the Lancers. And another push, and this time St. Francis wins the joust as they pull back to within 2. Well, these two teams met back on September 3rd, almost exactly a month ago. St. Francis won in straight sets there. They will meet again this season. They're going to be set to play again on the 26th. And we'll see how this one turns out as they get a kill again off of Audrey Little. And Audrey will go and serve now. Audrey playing what may be the second to last game she'll ever play at St. Francis High School against this Lancer squad. Little digs it out. Dug out again, and that one, oh! Riona Pampati gift wrapped and had a chance to slam that home, and some great middle blocking by the Lancers, as they are now within 2 again. And a one-handed defense there. Tipped. Harris recovered that one for the Monarchs. Ooh, close to the net. Joust. Knocked back in. Good defense here by both these teams, and that time Little diving for that one, and it went out of bounds. So the Lancers pulled it within 1. Off the serving of, I believe it's Aaron Curtis. No, it's Sammy Franco. There we go, and that time, Riona Pampati, the middle blocker. She came into this contest with 27 kills, did Riona. She had 7 of them against Alemany back on the 16th. So she's certainly no stranger. It is her second year on the varsity. And Jillian Pasquale, who played such a great role in the Monarch effort in the second set, now serving. Tipped. Set. And good dig there by the libero. Short set, scooped over, blocked, and dug out again. Good defense there by the Monarchs. And that one, how sweet it is, as that's Nicole Ma, who delivers that one for Mitty. And Mitty has a 3-point lead again, close to the biggest lead they've had so far this evening. That one hit a little bit too hard, and almost in unison, the Monarch bench said out, and indeed it was. Well, we'll step aside while St. Francis tries to get recombobulated. It's 10-6 Mitty here in the 3rd set. Don't go away. Back here at St. Francis, as the Lancers again find themselves 4 points down. They do have a 2-set advantage, but Mitty, through the strength of probably not unknown, but lesser known players, had gone on a really nice run. There's an unforced serving error by, I think that was Jillian Pasquale, so that won't help matters, but Aaron Curtis now. And that one a little bit too short. I think that may have been the second time that Aaron had a serving error, and the lead is back to 4 for the Monarchs. As Maya Baker, again, someone that we haven't seen a lot of, but that you will be seeing much more of this year and next year and the year after. Believe you me. Tipped, dug out. Good reaction time there. And again, dug out. Long run there. Tipped. And returned, and that one hit the antenna. And so now it's a 5-point lead for Mitty. That's the largest lead they have had so far tonight. And St. Francis was thinking, wait a minute, this isn't what we'd planned for after our timeout. But indeed, that's what they have on their hands. Maya Baker continuing to serve for the Monarchs. And that one right in the face of the libero, Demi Harris. And so St. Francis now with the serve, trying to make up some lost ground against Mitty. Sasha Tuma. Oh, and that one's going to go down as an ace. That is ace number 14 for Sasha, as Audrey Little didn't really know what to do with that one. 3-point lead. Dug out. Tipped, and again, Harris trying to keep that in play. Not successful, and now it's a 2-point lead. As St. Francis has shown they can come back from deficits when Mitty goes on a little bit of a run. And that one blocked out of bounds, and Mitty getting the better of that one. Caitlin Cook serving now. And Demi Harris has got to be wondering to herself, this is not what I signed up for. She's had some trouble with the St. Francis shots here in this third set, but she won't get too rattled. And that one slammed home by Taylor Williams as the dig was just gift wrapped and presented to her on a silver platter, and now the Lancers have drawn to within one. Havana Huft continuing to serve. And St. Francis. And they're proud of what they did there, and they should be. As Sammy Franco, together with Faith Crouch, tie up this game. And Mitty, now having seen a lead disappear twice in this match, still looking for the silver bullet. Good block there, and that one can't quite be handled, and so Mitty escaping with their life on that one. And Demi Harris will take over serving now. She's had one ace so far tonight. Ooh, off the roof. Mitty plays it off, and that one a little bit too far out of the reach. That was Aaron Curtis who tried that one, so Mitty now with a 2-point lead. Harris continuing to serve. Blocked, and St. Francis not able to handle that. You saw number 10, Faith Crouch, just sort of swat at that one, saying, well, you can't win them all. And now 16-13 Monarchs. Harris continuing to serve. Low serve there. Short pass, and it's gonna fall. And this time the Lancers do get the better of it, as the deficit is now again back to 2. Taylor Williams. And that one, woo, poor old Whitney Wallace. Looked like she was almost bowled over by that. I don't believe it touched her, but Mitty does get the benefit. And the Monarchs are serving again. And that's Nicole Ma. Ace! And if I'm not mistaken, that is Nicole's first ace in high school volleyball. Certainly the first one this year, so congratulations, Nicole. This will be a night you'll remember no matter what the final score is. Good play there. Almost hit the rafters. That one almost hit the rafters. Mitty slowing it down just a little. Blocked, and the Lancers do get the benefit of that one. And this time, Crouch and Franco saying, girlfriend, we made that one work. And now Whitney Wallace. With a 90.7 serving percentage. Oh, is that going to be? Yes! And the rafters this time come to Mitty's rescue. And that time, Aaron Curtis managed to bring that one home for the Lancers as the deficit's down to 2. And the Monarchs want a timeout. Well, we've seen some amazing volleyball so far, and I'll bet you there's more to come. Don't go away. And we're back as Whitney Wallace trying to get her Lancers over the top here. Lancers now trailing by 1 as again their front blockers, or middle blockers I should say, carry the day. And they're down to 18-17 in what could be the deciding set. If the Lancers win this one, everybody goes home. And that one, and that time the blocking didn't quite achieve its potential. And the Monarchs have again a 2-point lead. And Audrey Little serving. Is a good shot of Audrey. And that one just a little bit long. Audrey doesn't make very many reception errors, but that, or excuse me, serving errors. That's only the 19th one she's ever made. But make it she did, and now St. Francis having to play in the rafters again. There's a good push. Back set. Handled well, though, by the Lancers. Kill attempt, and that one is going to tip and fall, and the Lancers have tied it up again at 19. Sammy Franco now serving, as the Lancers looking for another straight set victory. Very close, and that one's just begging to be jousted. It was, and the Lancers now have a 1-point lead as this third set drags on. Sammy Franco. Good serve there. That's blocked, but handled by Mitty, who's still in it. And the joust, and again St. Francis. And that time it was Havana Huft, a 5'9" senior, who did the job. And Mitty calls a timeout. It's 21-19. And we may finish up when we come back. Don't go away. Back here at St. Francis High School as the Lady Lancers are closing in on the third and possibly deciding set. If they win this one, everybody goes home. Well, 2 days from now, both of these teams will be back in action. St. Francis will be playing against Presentation. They've played them before. And Mitty will be heading over to Valley Christian. So quite a bit of diocesan play, if you will, going on these days. 21-19, St. Francis. And that's Sammy Franco. Tipped, and a desperate attempt to keep that alive, and it didn't quite pan out. And now it's 21-20. This is a horse race as this third set is coming to a close, and it's just what we hoped we'd get between these two teams. Now Jillian Pasquale. Ooh, close one, and that time Mitty was able to take advantage. Those have to be the most unpredictable hits in the book when it's just an inch or two away from the net. Now the Lancers want a timeout, so let's see what they can come up with. Don't go away. We've got a 21-21 tie here in the third set. And this is the best of high school volleyball, what you're seeing here, because if Mitty wins this one, they have a chance to play another set or two. But if St. Francis wins, it's all over. And so far, St. Francis has shown they can come back in the face of adversity. So let's see what Jillian Pasquale and the rest of the Monarchs can do. Dug out. Pushed, net cord, and another joust. And St. Francis controls. Tipped, tipped again, and the Lancers get the benefit of that one as they've pulled into the lead, 22-21. Aaron Curtis now serving. Whoa! And that one almost came up onto our broadcast table, as that one went a little bit out of control. But now Mitty tying it up again. Maya Baker serving now for Mitty, and here it comes. And that one's a little long, and the back line of the Lancers wisely watched that one fade out. 23-22. And Sasha Tuma. And that one headed out. And we have a match point as the Lancers have battled back in the second set. They battled back in the third set. Now they're on the verge of capturing this contest here tonight. Tipped, and Mitty has life again. Still a match point situation, but they did come up with the point there as the front blockers not able to handle that one. Caitlin Cook serving now. Dug out. And the net cord wins it for St. Francis. In straight sets, the Lancers defeat Mitty, and that last set 25-23. And what a contest this was. A lot of memories made, and all of them happy for both sides. Well, we'll be seeing you again real soon at one of these contests. Until then, this is Mike Messner reminding you, run for the roses, but don't forget to stop and smell them. We'll see you next time.